We're in luck today. We're here with an artist, Nicola Parente. How are you, Nicola?
Very good, thank you.
All right. And you just brought this painting in today, and this is beautiful and is very large. How big is this?
It's 7 feet tall and 5 feet wide.
Okay.
And it's from a new body of work that I'm completing for an upcoming solo exhibition here at Gremillon and Company. And the series is called Edge of Awakening, and it's about that time in the morning when you first wake up and your brain is still partly sleeping but partly awake, and I'm trying to reflect on the day to come. So when I started building the series, I started thinking about, what is it about the mornings and what is it about waking up in the morning that's consistent every day? So for me, the series of paintings are about taking on the day. Taking on the moment and moving forward in time. A lot of the lines that I put in the painting represent time lapses, and almost like being on a fast-moving train or seeing an old film where your peripheral vision starts playing tricks on you. You have these lines and movements within the painting that take you from point A to point B, and I want my viewers to journey through the painting.
Okay. Okay. Now, what technique do you use?
I use mostly acrylic paints, but I also incorporate inks, charcoal powder, graphite, pens, pencils. So it's a mixed media.
Okay. Now, I just learned this today. Can I touch it?
As long as you ask, you can touch.
Okay. Well, thank you, Nicola. Thanks for being on The Perfect Gentleman.
Thank you. I feel like a perfect gentleman already.
All right. Brian, we've seen so many beautiful paintings and sculptures and everything today. What is the price range of buying a piece of some of the beautiful art from here?
Well, we have a huge variety and huge price range, and it depends on the artist, their biography. This particular piece is an artist from California that has a significant biography. It's $44,000. This large painting here is probably $42,000, $48,000. But on the other end of that, we have some really beautiful things, lithographs and original prints from artists starting at $400 to $600.
Okay. And for those people that are just starting out, what we've done is we've started the Perfect Gentleman Art Club. We've partnered with Gremillon and Company to where we can actually provide the education, exclusive art showings. We're talking about some studios as well. Explain that part.
Absolutely. We have a lot of things at our disposal here at Gremillon and Company, and one of that is the relationships that we share with the artist, and we can have, personal conversations with the artist. We can have studio visits, and then, like you said, we can have the private openings for the Perfect Gentleman Club.
Okay. And one of the best things that we have as well is that if you join the club, you get preferred pricing. So this $40,000 piece will be a little less than $40,000. Brian, I appreciate everything you gave us today.
Absolutely, I appreciate you coming out.
All right. Stay tuned, because next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the ultimate fine dining experience at a great restaurant in Houston, Texas. Now we're at Kieran's restaurant, and I'm sitting here with the head chef, Miss Kieran. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now I know that you have, not only do you have private events here, you have your own events here, and that's one of the things that we liked as far as the Perfect Gentleman that kind of drawn us to you. Tell us about your high tea and your Scotch dinners, and let me know a little bit about that.
Wonderful. What we do here, throughout the year, we try to create a very intimate environment, and lots of events, like we do monthly wine dinners. That's last Thursday of every month. Then we have once a year Scotch dinner, which is single malt scotches, and that coincides with Robert Burns' birthday, so we get lots of Britishers and lots of Scottish people, and they come in kilt, and we play bagpipe music. We have cigars on our patio, and this is an event never to be missed. And then, of course, in October, for coinciding with Oktoberfest, late September, we have a beer dinner. And so it's like 6 courses of food pairing with beer. Same way, like 6 single malt scotches pairing with our food.
What is the influence of the decor here?
Influence of the decor is, I feel, very royal. It's from British era as well as India during British era. So we have a lot of very eclectic pieces which reflect Indian decor from that time. Yeah.
Okay. Now, last thing is that a lot of people feel that Indian food or Indian cuisine is very spicy, uses a lot of curries, things like that, and that you have to have an acquired taste for it. What I really liked about your restaurant was that you kind of go outside of the norm on that. Tell me about how you do what you do here.
I'm glad you mentioned this because this has been an uphill battle for me, fighting this notion that Indian food is supposed to be all curries, it's supposed to be hot and heavy, and it's not. The real Indian cuisine is not supposed to be that way. So what I have done is, of course, I kept the flavors very authentic. We are in America, so I use New American cuisine as my base, and for cooking New American cuisine I use French techniques, and that's what makes our food very interesting and very light and very flavorful, because how can you go wrong with freshness of New American cuisine, sophistication of French techniques, and authenticity of Indian spices.
Well, why don't we go in the back and you show us how you whip up something?
Wonderful. I would love to. That's what I do.
Now, you've just showed me how to make 5 fabulous dishes.
Thank you.
Now, can you explain how each one of these dishes that are on your menu right now?
Okay. The one in front of you is called rack of lamb, and it comes with green vegetables. I always do some seasonal vegetables. It has haricot worts. It has, of course, French beans, and broccoli and biryani, which is apricot biryani. So it's a sweet rice, little bit, not like sweet, but apricots bring little sweetness to the rice.
Sure.
So it pairs very well with the lamb. You have tandoori shrimp, or the big shrimp is called prawns. They have been done in tandoor, the clay oven, and on top is a beurre blanc, which is a white wine and a butter sauce with Indian spices. Paneer is a homemade cheese, and it's with peppers and onions and some reduced balsamic vinegar glaze, and also mint chutney. And it's like an appetizer on the menu.
Okay. Now we have the red snapper that you cooked with the head on, and I was totally disgusted by it, but now
Okay.
it looks great. So what do we have here?
Okay, the snapper was first marinated in yogurt, ginger, garlic, and the chef then cooked it on skewer on the charcoal, so it got really nice burns on the top skin. You see that?
Yes.
So the flavors have already penetrated into the fish, and inside the fish, after we took out the bone, we put some fennel, some onions, and very mildly sauteed with some herbs. That's it. And I just put fresh lemon and some oranges or blood orange, whatever we have, we will put that.
Sounds great. And then last but not least, we have, I believe this is the sea bass, correct?
Yes, and that's our signature dish also. And this is tandoori Chilean sea bass. Whenever a menu says tandoori, that means it's been done in grill or the clay oven, which is
Okay.
a barrel shaped, and everything, as you saw, was done on the skewers.
Yes.
The concept of doing a tandoori cooking is when you put the skewers on charcoals, so the skewers get really burning hot. So the heat travels through those iron rods, so it gets cooked inside, and the flames of the charcoal sears it outside. So the juices get really nicely sealed in the proteins.
So not only do you have your food looking great from a presentation standpoint, you have some great techniques behind it as well.
Yes.
All right.
We enjoy doing that.
I am going to try this.
Wonderful. Bon appetit.
Let's see how this works out.
Oh, and Chef Kafil has made this Indian flatbread called garlic naan. So you know, the concept of making this bread is like back home, when you serve this bread, everybody just grabs a bite of it.
Well, let me grab a bite.
Of course.
It's delicious. Now, we have one other thing that I want to talk about here at your restaurant. And you showed us so much. But we're going to talk about the ultimate fine dining experience. And we're going to show you now.
Kieran's is one of the hand-picked restaurants chosen by the perfect gentleman to create the ultimate private dining experience. You will enjoy a secluded area in the restaurant, dinner by candlelight to create the proper ambience, and freshly cut flowers on the table. This experience can be enhanced even further by simply upgrading. Rose petals on and around your table, a live musician of your choice, a limousine service picking you up at your door and transporting you to the restaurant. Numerous options are available to personalize your experience to your exact desire and supplied through our date agents. This intimate experience is perfect for anniversaries or proposals and is a surefire way to absolutely knock her socks off.
And here we have another great day. Went to an art gallery and we had the ultimate fine dining experience. I hope to see you soon again on The Perfect Gentleman. Love to live, live to love, and be well.